Scout, this is quite the thriller for you. Was there something about Cassidy or the script that drew you to be a part of this film?
Man, there's so many elements to this movie and why I took it on. There's, I love a physical challenge. I was a competitive swimmer as a kid, so I eat, breathe the water. So when it was calling for water work, I was like, this is a slam dunk. I want to do this. Obviously, Richard Dreyfuss, I've been a fan of Jaws forever. So to be able to be in the shark movie with him, I was like, that is amazing. And then obviously, like there's a lot of things in my life that I'm doing with pushing through fear boundaries, and it seemed like Cassidy is doing the same thing. So it kind of all fit. And I was like, okay, I think this is resonating with me so much that I feel like this is my next like tackle as a performer. So
And I like this is a beautiful start out to it where we see her trying to honor her father and
mhm.
his loss, and then, jumping back into the diving world as a way to show him, the love that they had together when they were, when she was a little girl. And I think that's a sweet start to it, which then eerily creeps up to that much different plot line
Yeah.
comes uh comes to
Yeah,
be.
you didn't expect it, right? You're like, wait a minute. What's happening?
And I see John Cena as so menacing in this. It's like, no, it's
Yeah.
so like the dichotomy is so different for him in that character as well. It's what makes this such a great film as well.
God, he is such a cool partner to work beside, to being able to play with him is, I mean, I've admired him for so long and I've wanted to work with him for so long. So being able to be around him for, those weeks that we were filming and learn and watch him, it was definitely an incredible experience.
The diving aspect is incredible. Talk about the prep work you had to go through in order to be dive ready.
Well, the dive ready prep work was we went through a course. We went through a day course of diving. So luckily I was very confident in, I had paid for some diving experience in like vacations and stuff, so I had already done a little bit of that. So I was really comfortable in that aspect. Plus, we had all the diving instructors there on the set in the water with us. So it was a lot to learn. I mean, there's a lot to diving. I definitely want to get my actual certification because I would really love to go to some like those deeper spots and stuff.
Talk about them filming in the cage. It's claustrophobic, no?
Um, yeah, it was interesting because we shot in the cage in two locations. We shot in the cage in the actual waters of Thailand, like the actual like deep, deep sea of Thailand. So that was definitely a different experience than filming in the tank that we had in Bangkok. So which I started in the seawater, which is like when that cage is like drop down, I am in like the ocean of Thailand water and you can't see anything, like like nothing. It's just like it's nothing. Except for like massive jellyfishes that are like two sizes of my face. So that was pretty intense experience. But I had my husband was there. He played one of the goons. So I at least had his safety as well
Mm,
going.
Scout felt safe when
Yeah,
your
yeah.
character in the heels was
Yeah,
it.
but then the tank work was really cool too. I've done so many movies in Thailand with, a lot of these Thai crew members. So I really do. I trust them with my life. I've filmed with them multiple times. So I knew the people building the cages and stuff. So yeah. But it was definitely have never done that before, but it was really fun.
We talked about working with Richard Dreyfuss and John Seta, and you also worked with Stuart Townsend. What was it like for all of you offset? Were you like finished filming and then you just sit together and share some war stories?
I've worked with Stuart before. I've worked with him on a Western movie. He's incredible to work with. And, it was really awesome to be surrounded by these badass men. And Krabi, Thailand, the location, there are so many activities to do after set. It was really like a vacation. A lot of us, there's incredible food, restaurants, and then live music and massages and like fire dancing. And like, I mean, we were constantly, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? We should go hit this place up. Let's go here. Let's go dance here. Like, I mean, we were really having the time of our life there.
Well, director Christian Sesma does a great job with the cinematography too, as well as shooting those specific shots where you feel the fear as well that's going through Cassidy's body as she's forced to go down with these demons, physical demons and mental demons
Hmm.
she's shooting.
Hmm.
What was it like for you working with him?
He was so great. Christian has such a calm energy, man. He's so cool. Like he's so cool. And to be around him and he's such a family man, which is so rad. He brought his whole family out, his daughters and his wife and it was really incredible to be able to watch him and he was always up for ideas as well. He was definitely like I trust you. I trust your talent. Like, you're gonna add to like my element. And so it was definitely like a creative space. And we were on this boat for days and days and days in the middle of the water. And so it was really a massive group effort. And yeah, he was a great captain of the ship for sure.
Every scene is startling, it's standout, and very intense for you. Was there a particular scene that you're the most proud of the work you put into?
Oh wow. I think like honestly, I think towards the end, when Cassidy does find her strength and she pushes through that fear barrier and she's standing up to John. I think a lot of those powerful scenes in the end where she found her voice and she found her strength, that she wasn't backing down. I loved those scenes. I love those scenes. I obviously am going through that stuff as well in my life. So it was a lot of me, really. So it was really, really fun. And then to have a scene partner like John to be able to give it back to you and give it back. It was really cool. And I think I might have surprised John a little bit too. He was like, wow, you're feisty. I was like, yeah, you're
Yes.
gonna you're gonna give it here. I'm gonna give it back, baby.
Wait until Stuart tells you about some stories.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
This movie is a intense adrenaline rush through and through. Is that what you think is going to make it such a quick fan favorite thriller? I mean, we talked a little bit about how it starts out just like a love story between a father and a daughter, and then it evolves into this
Hmm.
magic thriller.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what's like so unique about it, right? A lot of these shark movies are missing a lot of like, the heart element to it, the storytelling, right? Like it's still very important. That's why Jaws was so successful. Like there
It's
was
all
so much
CGI or mechanical shark, and there's no like heart to
yeah.
it. Just like fear, fear,
Yeah.
fear, fear.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really incredible is that, Christian was like he gave that heart into this movie. Yeah, it's a cool shark movie and there's shark elements and there's fear to it, but like there's also like human fear and human battles and human storytelling that I think just make it like unique. And I think that have missed in a couple of shark movies like that have come up to date. But I think yeah, I'm very excited about people seeing it and it's definitely not what you think it is, which I think is really cool.
This is another incredible film for you. What are the other projects you've been busy working on?
Man, I've been stepping behind the camera actually. And I just directed a few features last year, and I am continuing to direct features this year. And I'm also currently writing and developing and starting a production company. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of things. Like I said with Cassidy, it's like I think fears kind of stood in my way of like accomplishing this next chapter in my life for a while. And now I'm like kind of doing like what Cassidy did. And it's like I'm breaking those barriers and pushing through and finding my strength. And as I've been doing that, all of these cool cats and characters are like, yeah, we'll be behind you. Let's do this. Let's do that. So it's been really remarkable and incredible. And I'm just excited to play around and this next adventure with myself.